So it's all about your ability to focus. Yeah, it's not about what you see. It's not about what is our vision for 2020. Okay? It's about how clearly and how sharply are you able to maintain a focus on what we have seen together. Have you ever been to the optician and had those weird glasses on your face? Yeah, you know the ones where they put these glasses on you and then they say, is it clearer with this or is it clearer without? Yeah, sometimes they have a little twisty thing and they go this way or that way. Now what they're trying to do is they're trying to work out what lens you need in order to maintain a sharp, clear focus. And what we're going to do this morning is suggest 2 lenses that we can use to maintain a sharp, clear focus throughout 2020 as a church community together. So the first of them is this: discipleship. Discipleship is all about following Jesus and becoming like him. That we would follow him with all of our hearts. You will be my guide. Everything I decide, everything I pursue will be through that lens of wanting to follow you. Wanting to be more like you, to become like you. That my goal this year was that I would be more like Jesus. The second lens is this: mission. It's about knowing that Jesus has sent us into the world in the same way that he was sent into our world. Every moment that you spend in this world that he sent you into is a moment of mission. That we would say, God, I want my life to have counted towards your mission in this world by the end of this year. Discipleship and mission, 2 lenses through which we can see everything else and maintain a sharpness and clarity of vision this year. So how can we do that? Well, one of the things we're going to do together as a community is we're going to give ourselves in the first 6 months to going through John's Gospel together. I'm hoping that you'll have your special optician's glasses on as you're reading the book of John with discipleship in one eye and mission in the other, and that you will see and that we will be transformed together as we read through John's Gospel. John's Gospel is absolutely full of people coming into union, relationship with God through Jesus Christ, and becoming more like him as a result of living in relationship with him. And there's a massive emphasis on the work of the Holy Spirit in us becoming more at one in our relationship with God and being transformed to be more like him. And of course, there's absolutely loads in John's Gospel about Jesus being sent into our world and him sending us in the same way that he was sent. Secondly, as a leadership, we want to commit as a leadership in the church that we will seek to see everything we're doing through those lenses of discipleship and mission this year. If it doesn't in some way help us to follow Jesus more nearly, to be transformed into his image, or if it doesn't help us in our mission, then why are we doing it? Let's stay focused on discipleship and mission. So we're going to look at all the things we're doing together as a community, the way we're moving forward as a community, and say, how can we give ourselves more to discipleship and mission? So please do be praying for us in that. And then lastly, all of us, every single one of us, how are you in your life giving yourself to discipleship and mission? Where are you at the moment? How much discipleship, how much are you giving yourself to spending time following him and becoming more like him? What more can you do to be a faithful follower of Jesus? How will you give yourselves to discipleship and mission? How will you encourage one another in discipleship and mission? How will you make sure that you do actually grow in discipleship and mission this year? Or are you going to leave it to chance? How are you going to make sure? How are you going to pray? How are you going to pursue? How are you going to participate to make sure that your church is giving itself to discipleship and mission this year. 2 simple words, but 2 very powerful things that God has called us to give ourselves to. And I offer them to us this morning just as lenses that will help us to maintain a sharp focus on what God has called us to this year.